Adani Group's company out of Sri Lanka. Why did this happen? Understand the whole matter. Hello, friends. Is Gautam Adani's business getting into trouble at the international level? Did the Sri Lankan government deliberately exclude Adani Group from this big project, or was it the company's own decision? Is there any political conspiracy or foreign pressure involved in this whole matter? Recently, a shocking news has come out that Adani Green Energy has withdrawn from its two important wind energy projects in Sri Lanka. These are the same projects whose total cost was more than $1 billion and on which the Sri Lankan government was earlier in talks. But what happened suddenly that the Adani Group had to take the decision to withdraw from this project? This question is also important because Adani Group is one of the largest corporate companies in India, and Gautam Adani is working on infrastructure and energy projects in many countries internationally. But the way this development has happened in Sri Lanka raises many questions. Is this matter related to economic reasons only, or is there any political strategy behind it? In this video, we will understand this whole matter in detail and try to know why Adani Group finally had to retreat from Sri Lanka. But before that, if you are new to our channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel so that you keep getting updates of our every new video first. So let's start today's discussion without any delay. First of all, let's know what was the plan of Adani Group in Sri Lanka. Adani Green Energy had planned to start two wind energy projects in Sri Lanka. These projects were to be set up in Mannar and Punrin areas and had a total capacity of 484 megawatts. The purpose of these projects was to provide renewable energy to Sri Lanka so that the country could reduce its power generation cost and also save the environment. The previous government of Sri Lanka had signed a 20-year power purchase agreement, PPA, with Adani Group regarding this project. Under this agreement, Adani Green Energy was going to supply electricity at the rate of 8.2 cents per unit. But when the government changed in Sri Lanka, the new administration started raising many questions about this project. In addition, last year, US officials accused Gautam Adani and other officials of being part of a bribery scheme to secure Indian electricity supply contracts. After this allegation, the Sri Lankan government started reviewing the projects of Adani Group. In this case, Sri Lankan government spokesperson Nalinda Jayatissa said that the government wanted to renegotiate with the Adani Group about reducing the cost of the project to less than 6 cents per unit. Local companies in Sri Lanka had bid even lower prices for this project, but Adani was given the contract at an expensive tariff. For this reason, this issue became a major political controversy during the election campaign. The new government had promised during the election campaign that if they came to power, they would renegotiate the old agreement made with Adani Green Energy. When the new government was formed in December 2023, they refused to sign the agreement on electricity rates fixed by the previous government. However, the government also clarified that they are not cancelling the project completely, but a new committee will be formed to review it. Now let's know why Adani Group decided to exit Sri Lanka. Adani Green Energy sent an official letter to the chairman of Sri Lanka's Board of Investment informing that they are withdrawing from this project. In this letter, he wrote that it has come to light that to renegotiate the project proposal, another cabinet-appointed negotiation committee and project committee will be formed. This aspect was discussed in the board of our company. After this, it was decided that the company fully respects the sovereign rights of Sri Lanka and its choice, but it will respectfully withdraw from this project. This simply means that Adani Group realized that the new Sri Lankan government is going to put new conditions for this project and they may be forced to give it at a cheaper tariff. This would increase their cost and reduce profits. Apart from this, in view of the US investigation and the review going on in Sri Lanka, Adani Group thought it better to separate itself from this project. Now, the question arises whether the Sri Lankan government deliberately excluded the Adani Group. This question arises because the issue of Adani Group became a political debate during the election campaign in Sri Lanka. Opposition parties had made many allegations against the government regarding this project. They were saying that the government had given this project to Adani without any proper bidding process, while local companies were ready to provide electricity at a lower price. The new government of Sri Lanka feels that if they continue this expensive agreement with Adani Group, then their image may be tarnished in the public. That is why they tried to renegotiate this deal. And when Adani Group refused to change the terms, they decided to leave the project. Apart from this, trade and strategic relations between India and Sri Lanka are very important. India has always given economic support to Sri Lanka, especially when it was in economic crisis. China also has a big influence in Sri Lanka, and China is working on many infrastructure projects there. If Sri Lanka completes this project in collaboration with Chinese companies due to the exit of Adani Group, then it can be a strategic loss for India. The Indian government has made many efforts to strengthen its presence in Sri Lanka, and Adani's exit from this project can prove to be a setback for India's economic diplomacy. So friends, Adani Group's decision to withdraw from Sri Lanka is a major development which is linked to international business and politics. It shows that working in any country is not just a matter of business, but also depends on political and diplomatic relations. Now, it remains to be seen whether Adani Group brings such projects in any other country other than Sri Lanka, or how the Sri Lankan government treats other business proposals from India after this decision. What do you think? Was Adani Group deliberately excluded by the Sri Lankan government, or was it a normal business decision? Share your opinion in the comments. If you like our content and want to make our efforts even stronger, you can support us through the QR code given in the video or the UPI ID given in the description. Your every small contribution is valuable to us and will inspire us to make even better and informative videos. Your support is our strength. Also, if this video taught you something new or you felt that this information should reach others as well, then do not forget to like and share the video. If you have any questions or suggestions in mind, then do let us know in the comments. We look forward to answering your every question and listening to suggestions. And yes, if you want to stay updated with our every new video in the future, then subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you get every new information first. GRT Business always strives to give you accurate and reliable information. Our news is obtained from various news agencies, public opinion, and public sources. We try our best to verify every report, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our sole aim is to provide you with accurate and reliable information.